all strangers. So the way to kind of break the ice is that take the head off first, and all of a sudden everybody's friends. Run around with the head. But if you did want to just make, some simple head cheese, you would just go ahead and salt that whole head like that. I like to do it overnight, not pack it in salt, just salt it really heavy, and then slowly let it simmer till that meat falls off the bone. Not until it's like shredded. You don't want to be too much, so you can cut it in chunks until it falls off the bone, and then take it out, peel it, and let that liquid reduce down, and then you can chop all that head meat in there, put it in there, and let it set. All right, so now we got the head off. So the question is where are we going to make our incision to remove this, to cut through the shoulder and the rest of the body? You can see we have the shoulder blade comes down like that. But you really can kind of just make a decision on where that blade is. So it comes up like this, moving down. Or you can just go ahead and just count the ribs. Counting the ribs is the most common thing and it's the easiest. You just cut between the 5th and 6th rib. A lot of people go to the 6th and 7th. Sometimes they'll even go to the 4th and 5th, depending on what I want to do with it. The 5th and 6th is nice because I really love those shoulder chops. The shoulder into the loin, and I'll point those out to you. They're so tasty, a lot of really nice dark meat. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Come in. Let's call this a starter cut. Cut up. Just come down. Now, what's really important here is that I'm cutting on there's a gap in between both ribs. I'm cutting on the side of the gap that's closest to the head. Always cut on the side of the gap closest to the head, regardless of what animal. So, if you look in here, you can see that the ribs kind of come in and curve up right here a little bit. They kind of come in like that. So, I'm sorry, they curve up like this, right there. So if you have like a rack or a lamb rack or whatever, and I think you guys that work in the kitchen, so you cut a lamb rack, if you don't cut on the right side, you hit that bone, right? So you always, that's the right side is the side closest to the head. So for efficiency in a line or a restaurant situation, you don't have to think about it. You always know you're cutting on that one side, and that will just make it much faster. So I always portion on that side too. For what we're doing with this today, always on that side is going to make sure we have the right even sized pork chops all the way down too. So I'm going to do 5th and 6th here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am pulling the knife towards me a lot of force. I do have chainmail that I wear when I'm doing this. I just forgot to bring it with me to Hawaii. So,
do you wear the chain gloves as well?
I don't. I should. I've never worn them. So I just.
What's the most amount of stitches you've gotten?
Oh,
still has the fingers too.
Yeah. I think I got like my thumb. I got like 7 stitches once from using a hatchet. I used to use a hatchet all the time to take off the chine before I figured out an easier way. And but besides that, not too many.
There it is. You said that was in the 5th or 6th?
This is the 5th rib right here.
Okay.
So it's really, if I wanted to have, if I wanted to smoke this whole section or whatever, I would go maybe the 4th and 5th, so I had more meat to smoke. If I wanted to have a lot of loins and do like a whole big porchetta, maybe I would do 4th and 5th. It really depends on how much of what I want. So I'm just going to throw this over here, come back to it. But yeah, you can see here, this is that kind of shoulder end I was telling you about. You got that really nice kind of dark meat up in here. This is the beginning of the belly, right in there. We got some nice good rib meat. This would be like your boneless short ribs if this was a beef. So, very tasty.